happening, guys? Kenny here. We just have this CTS-V on the dyno. Came in the other day. It only has a pulley, is the only mod on it, and it's making 13.5, 14 pounds of boost. Threw it on the dyno just for a baseline because we plan on doing a camshaft, a set of long tubes, and a flex fuel sensor. So this would be a good one to show the difference in gains. But anyways, so the other day I ran it bone stock 2 days ago, and it made 537 to the tires and 575 rear wheel torque. And I data logged it and stuff, and I threw the scanner on it, and it was spark knocking like 8 degrees. I was like, so I lifted. Whoever tuned it had it at like 12.8 AFR at wide open throttle and like 28 degrees of timing, so it was pulling 9. So we got it in a safe spot, pulled the timing back to about 21, 22 degrees, and it actually made 561 and 596.9 torque. And almost 30 rear wheel horsepower and 20 foot-pounds of torque. Better than it was the other day. So that was just not necessarily to say like, oh, he's a better tuner or the better tuner. Well, it's properly tuned. It has a safe AFR to where it doesn't spark knock and run out of fuel in the chamber, creating a bunch of excessive combustion chamber heat. And it still has the factory iridium plugs and stuff, so you really can't get too greedy with it. There's not a lot of mods. If it had the long tubes, you could get away with a little bit more. But anyways, so just getting the thing where it's supposed to be. Picked up 30 rear wheel horsepower and 25 foot-pounds of torque, so that's pretty huge. But the big thing is longevity. It's not going to blow up, that's for sure. I've had quite a few of these in the past couple years where guys get really crazy with timing on them because they're a lower compression, and they'll knock a ringland out of them because a blower car has a heat range. You know, I've seen some of these come in where I street tune them, and I'm like, dude, this thing is making 180 degrees intake air temp. Like, we got to do something to get this under control. Because one day you go out and it's 40, and the next day you go out and it's 180, and you're like, ugh. Big changes in the intake air temp multipliers. So, anyways, stay tuned. We're gonna do cam, long tubes, flex fuel sensor, and some little stuff here and there if we run across it. But yeah, should be a fun project. These things rip. Hey, what's happening? We just got this BTR blower cam in the CTS-V. Made the first pull a little bit rich, so I'm gonna pull some fuel out, clean up the MAF curve, and make some more pulls on this thing and see where we stand. Stay tuned. Just cleaning up the AFR on this because I had it pig rich for a little while. We ended up already up 596 rear wheel horsepower, 594 torque. So up about 50, 60 rear wheel horsepower just within 3 pulls. And that's the thing was like, oh, so we put 120 pound injectors in it for E85, blah, blah, blah. So with the previous mass scaling, it was pretty rich. So we're dialing it back down. Dick can show you the dyno curve. We're getting there. We're rolling it up easy, little by little. Finishing up. All right, so we just wrapped up the Cts-v. So as you guys know, it came in at 538 rear wheel horsepower, 575 rear wheel torque. So we did the BTR stage 1 blower cam, long tube headers, and so it lost 2.5 pounds boost by doing the cam and opening the exhaust up, obviously since we're leaving so much back pressure. But it made 603, 602 on 93 octane. We just spent like half the day on it on E85, max the fuel system out. We made 647 and 648 rear wheel horsepower, the best 2 out of like 15 pulls. So we toggled everything up and down, but like the graph is awesome, carries power awesome, so much torque. Didn't lose any torque, gained torque all through the curve. So I love that camshaft for like stock converter stuff. It's a really, really nice cam. It's a nice pair, nice combo. This thing's gonna be really awesome in linear power on the street. You guys are gonna love it.
So I will say the Cts-v is one of my favorite cars, and this is why. That's not why. Now, you guys are probably having trouble hearing me and seeing me, but that sound back there is the best sound in the world besides a bat.
That's raw American corn right there. One thing I love about corn, it doesn't only smell better, it sounds better. Check it out.
Now, if you're wondering if you should buy any LS product, yes. Secondly, you can't go wrong with an LSA. So, moral of the story is, go get yourself a Vet, a Camaro, Cts-v. You got a good array of that here, because you guys have seen in prior videos. Then you call Kenny, you order cam from BTR or Cali's, and you have them put it in, and you get on this fancy dyno, and you make some horsepowers. Then you take it to the track. That's what we're doing. You'll see with the Build a My truck. Kenny's 408 will be at the track this year. We'll be at car shows, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Northern Performance YouTube. You can follow Kenny on Instagram because his Facebook is maxed out. You can follow him on Facebook. You can't add him unless he deletes some friends, but definitely go to the YouTube.